Hello everybody, Houston here. I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night. And before jumping to the charts, don't forget to smash the like button, share with your friends and subscribe as well. And don't forget to ring that bell. Okay, before we start, I'm going to show you some things, and later on you guys can pause the video or watch again, and you will understand why I am very relaxed. I'm not worried at all, and because I know what's coming. Okay, so we have been right many times because we understand the direction. Otherwise, we won't be wrong. But yeah, so let's start with XRP back in the day, and then we are going to jump to gold, and then back to XRP. So this is XRP for 2013 all the way to 2017. So you guys remember, we already talked about this, but we have to do this again over and over to understand what is going on in the bigger picture, because those are scenarios we don't look often, right? There's a lot of people who keeps concerned about the action, price action, the short time frame, and they don't see the bigger picture. It's what matters. And also a lot of people on Twitter, especially YouTube, not to mention the opium gang, the guys who keep talking about moon, and people who listen to them will be triggered by anxiety. Okay, anxiety will lead to mistakes. But so let's go. Let me see which way I'm going to do this. So let's go for this one. The guy who was calling for a 6 cents drop, it looks like now he's trying to copy my setup, the way I do things. Those people are savage. But yeah, let's go. So this will only take a second. So what I'm doing here is just one way to see what was going on, and it's just a representation of what was happening. Of course, not 100% of the times it will be clear, especially the times when it is not clear, a trading setup can be applied. So you will have to rely on your expertise or your skills, your feelings, etc. Okay, so this was a bullish confirmation pattern, but with loser, it's like what is the word? Is with weak lower highs. Okay, so but it's still bullish. So just a second, let me see if I can do this to make things better. Actually there is a minor, so there is a minor bar break here, which we call fake out. Okay, as you guys can see, this is a new low compared with the previous ones. Okay, so that's a fake bar break, and this is the daily chart. Okay, so a lot of people end up in a stop loss or whatever, liquidation. I don't believe we had futures back in the day, but so that's the idea, the fake out. Taking most people, at the highest number of people out before going to the desired direction. That's how it is. Okay, so again, so this should be a symmetrical triangle, but it is not. Okay, but it's still a bullish triangle. Have this one in mind. Okay, and again, this is a big and large bullish structure. Okay, now let's go into gold. Gold. Let's go into the weekly. So as you guys can see, gold had its bull run. It is in a bull run, right? So no news about this. But here I want to show you the joint where we had the bull break for the bullish continuation. This one. So as you guys can see, it's not similar with XRP. Also the time frame is not the same, but the last leg doesn't match the triangle. Okay, that's because sometimes it is hard to trade, because most people, the ones who are not familiar with patterns and etc., they try to match the lines, so they will keep adjusting the lines and making mistakes. Okay? That's why I don't use such lines anymore, to avoid anxiety, mistakes, and yeah, and a few other things. But so it's the same kind of bullish structure, okay, and which leads to continuation. There are many ways for this to happen, but this is one of many. Okay, so remember, another bullish continuation pattern. I also mentioned this long ago in my video XRP and gold. You guys can find on XRP playlist in the channel. Now let's take a look on XRP again. Yes, so let's go into the monthly. Oh, factor. So back in the day, we also had this one here, which is not symmetrical, but it is a bullish continuation structure. Didn't have the same size and also the time frame as the previous one, and this is completely normal, okay? Because there's a lot of volatility, fear of missing out, etc., etc. The bull cycle, not cycle, it's because it's in a bull trend, right? So we expect bullish continuation. So again, it's something like this. It's not crystal clear. You can find validation here, as you guys can see. Yeah. So we are already talking about this, so no news here. But so let's go back in time just a little bit. Weekly, no, let's go for the 3 days. Just a second. I will go this far, so just a second, hold on. Oh, actually. No, okay, let's follow the plan. Let's follow the plan. Just a second, because I can't forget the other thing that we have to talk about. There is always a lot of news for XRP. I want you guys to focus on the size, the difference we have. Right. So you guys remember, you can also check my previous videos, because I called out this one right before the big one. So we have been talking about this, and it played out, and here was my call, right here in between. If I'm not wrong, it was 80 cents. No, 29. Yeah, what was 29, but was right in between here. Okay, so this is a big bullish continuation pattern. Okay, so have this in mind. Don't forget this. It's not bearish continuation structure. So, what are the chances for a big bullish continuation pattern to end up in a bear break? It's very, very hard to happen. You know, there is very little odds for this to happen. And so we had a bullish continuation pattern. We broke bullish, right? But then we had the lawsuit. And also, okay, so have this in mind because there is more about this. Just a second for now. You guys also remember that back in the day I talked about this guy before the previous entry for how long, so let's say right here. You guys remember that I mentioned that this could be a price protection. It was price protection theory, right? You guys also can take a look in this video. So what started with a theory ended up as a fact. Yes, by a matter of fact, the price was protected in order to don't what is the word is to not damage the ecosystem, the payments, the infrastructure, ODL, etc, etc, etc. It's just like in gold, silver, miners, etc. It works on the same way. Doesn't matter how far the price goes, it's not going to kill its source. Okay, it is what it is. Just for you guys to have an idea, one of the plans from the big guys, the guys who control the markets, the idea is to starve the sheep, not to kill the sheep. Just starve, keep starving. From time to time give something for them to keep alive, but don't kill them. The same thing works when it comes down to products, services, companies, ecosystems, etc, etc, etc. Okay, so by a matter of fact, it was a price protection measure. We saw the quickly reaction, and it was great. And we are going to talk more about this right now. Okay, so before going on, because I have to use a lower time frame chart and I don't want to go back. So remember, this is a bull market. We have what? Bullish continuation patterns, which leads to bull breaks. So no news here, right? There is people like there is a guy who been calling. So just for you guys to understand what is going on. Maybe some of you are new and didn't saw my previous videos, and this can be confusing. So just a quick recap. So I don't even remember since when, but all the way down, those guys keep calling for moon, bull breaks all over, day after day, Lambo, moon, etc. All sorts of things that never happened. So every time they said, oh, it's moon, no, further down. And now that we had the change in the axis, you guys also remember this word, a reverse in the axis, now they are bearish, or he's bearish. Now that there are other ones calling for more downside. So those people are delusional. Okay, so they are emotional traders. If they are not profitable, or investors. So they are not probably doing this the right way. So when the thing was bearish, they were bullish, and now that we are bullish, they are bearish. Can you guys understand the math? How complicated it is for them, not for us, right? So let's go. You guys also remember from previous videos a thing that I was talking about. We need what? Higher lows to be able to call out for a bottom reversal. You guys remember this? And also you guys also remember this draw. Let's start with this one. No, not this one. This one right here, and this one right here. And then you guys also remember that I talked about this marginal high that we had here. There is a marginal high here, okay? The line seems to be on this week, but it is not. It's below, okay? And so low, higher low again. Then we had our big high, and then we have this higher low again, right here. So this is bullish characteristic, okay? It's bullish footprint, right? So there is no way to deny. It's like anybody calling XRP bearish is just trying to pretend water is oil, because it is not. Water is water, right? So have all those things in mind. Don't be deceived. Remember the fundamentals. Zoom out. Look on the bigger picture of things, and then you will understand who is in control, right? So now let's jump further into the daily. No, I want the 4 hours. No, sir. Back. Daily. Yes. Why? So we are going to take a look here on the daily and then on the 4. So let's start. You guys remember I call it. Yeah, okay, so I call it for 62 cents average. Okay, why average? Because it could be below or above. Below would be bad, not bearish, maybe bearish, but not full bear. And above would be fantastic, and it was fantastic. The majority of people, you look at this and say, oh, it's alpha, oh, it's bad, oh, it's a pump and dump, because we had a group of people who end up racket back and forth. That's not about what they said they will do. This is not about any other things that crypto blogs, Bitcoin blogs, all sort of blogs we're talking about. All those people, they have no idea what they are talking about. The only thing they are looking to achieve is to create FUD, spread lies, nonsense, because believe me, they have no idea what is going on. They are just following a schedule. Oh, okay, so I have to talk about this. Oh, tomorrow I have to talk about that. Okay. Because they have a schedule to play, right? So we know all those blogs are financed by Bitcoin miners and the Chinese folks and etc. This is no news. We know this by a matter of fact. And one of the evidences, just a single one, and this is not only about crypto, okay? Maybe one day I will make a different video. It works like this. They never acknowledge the flaws, the issues, the problems around Bitcoin, especially when it comes down to Tether. Fake volume, fake trades, wash trade, etc, etc, etc. They never talk about it. Why? Because their bosses who finance them don't allow them to talk bad about the guys who are feeding them, right? So they will attack their foes, enemies. That's how it is, that's how it works. So when you look at someone or something or whatever, and they never acknowledge the other side, it's because they belong to the other side. So this is a fact, okay? I could give better examples, but as you guys know, there are things that I can't even mention, okay? I already had to reset my account on Twitter 2 things, because I tried to do this, was doing in a small way, but I had to reset. And I can't do this a third time. Okay, so, yeah. But so, moving on. And also another thing, they never ever share premium technical analysis. It's always garbage and bullshit analysis. Okay, so now let's take a look here on the bigger picture of things, because you guys have to understand what is going on. What people is taking for bad, we know it's fantastic, it's great, it's awesome. So right, so here we had 780, 79, and here we had 75. So this is a lower high, right? We can see here lower high, very aggressive, just like the previous ones. And also similar with who? Gold. I'm not saying XRP will play out just like gold did it. It's not about this, okay? It's the size of aggression, because it is important. So as you guys can see, a lot of aggression, very close. A lot of aggression, very close. On bullish confirmation structures, right? So for now, this is the bigger picture. We still don't know. No, we don't know, by a matter of fact. So yeah, so by a matter of fact, this is a very pivot, no doubt about this. But we also have a time frame of events here, which is February 15, and then February 24. Okay, so 15 is when Ripple and SEC can reach a deal by phone with the Jude, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, and the second one, if I'm not wrong, is the beginning of works. Okay, but something in between happened. Ripple not only answered the accusations and etc., but also asked what is the position of SEC about Ethereum and Bitcoin, because why XRP only, right? So because there is a thing, so there is no company behind Ethereum and Bitcoin. Actually is the fact is there are, okay, is a fact, but when it comes down to public, it is decentralized. We will know it is not decentralized at all, okay, at all. So Ripple called them out, and also asked the Jude to it's like, okay, you will have to decide if it is a currency or not, because the thing saying already said XRP is a currency back in 2015. So please tell us what it is once and for all. Let's make this right. And so now the SEC is in a bad situation, very, very bad. Just expose it, right? So that's the next two events here. And so what we have so far, it's a big another bullish confirmation pattern, big one. And so the target for the previous one, before the SEC news, the lawsuit, etc., was above 89 cents. Okay, so we had external forces impacting price, and okay, we understand things happen, no problem. It haven't changed the trend. So this is a thing most people can look at it. After the lawsuit news, the price went down, yes, big time. It changed the trend? No, it didn't. So how people are calling for 6 cents? I don't know, I have no idea. Doesn't make any sense at all, right? So probably broken TA, they have no idea. They're just doing this for the audience, I don't know. But there is no validation for their technical analysis. So we have the bigger picture in mind, okay? But things are very tight, very wild. Another thing here, just for the sake, 35 minutes. So this was a big and savage move, right? We understand that moves like this demands a correction. So we had a correction for both faults. Look at this. So this is the first one. And look at the size of the correction we had. It's almost 90-80%. Folks, this is very, very aggressive. This is not weakness. This is aggression. They are attacking. They are blasting the bears, the haters, the folks trying to keep XRP at lower price. And I will tell you, whoever is doing this, it's accumulating a lot of coins and slapping those people. Let's take a better look at it for you guys to have a better understanding about the measure. Not two, just a second. Yes. Right here. So take a look at this, folks. Right. Very close to 100. That's how we read the percentage, the numbers, even without using Fibonacci. Okay, that's a skill that you guys can develop after a long period of time using Fibonacci. So very wild, savage aggression. This is savage. And now some of you may say, well, but this is a very wild rejection, this is bad, this is awful, The thing is, this could happen in many ways. We already can see a savage way. Now let's look at a moderate way, which could end in the same range. Which is... Oh, so for example, let's say we end up with something like this, and then we go up, rising wedge, bear break, bearish continuation, bear break. So people would be more receptive to this kind of price behavior because it's slow, it's steady, it doesn't hurt a lot, not so fast, okay? But instead we end up with a straight one. But again, when it comes down to numbers, what are the difference? There is no difference at all. Okay, so have this in mind as well. And again, XRP stopped just above the 50% for this range. We are measuring a range. Okay. So there was a guy who dared to say the Fibonacci 2 is broken and that I had no idea what I was doing. So there are crazy people out there, literally crazy, have no idea what they're talking about. So care who you follow, who you listen to, okay? So XRP resting on top of 50%, which is the average price for this range right here, the one we are measuring. This is great. This is not bad at all. I even mentioned in the previous video, not in the previous video, on Twitter, are you guys ready for a little bit of more downside? And it really went down, right? And I bought more at 37,500, 600, close to it. I jump in right in the beginning. The idea is to buy low and sell high, right? Not like other folks do. They sell low and they literally buy high. Especially all those people in the pump group, which bought to the top and yeah. So what else we have here to talk about? There's Okay, so what comes next? Take a look at it. Oh, so, and oh, there is another one. Yes, I knew it. So I call it this one as well. I shared this on Twitter. The printer that you guys saw was from the Champions Club. This was our long, just in time. So we basically longed, went to bed and wake up around here. And this was the second entry for those for the people in the group who lost the first entry here. So we had another spot around here, and then it was around 1,800 or 2,000. Yes, 2,000% gains, measuring from the entry to the top. Okay, of course we didn't nail the very top, but yeah, amazing drop. So again, folks, big bullish continuation structure, bull break, another one. Have this in mind. But now, if we take a look here on the 4, there is nothing clear, right? Yeah, so what's going on? What is going to happen? What is going to happen is XRP will go up. Yes, yes. Most likely, the chances for the a bear break are like, let's say 5%, maybe 10. So we have a 9 in 10 odds into our favor. Okay, so now let's zoom in, and guess what we have here? Another bullish continuation pattern, another one. And so why XRP patterns behave like this? Because there is a lack of continuation outside the big guys. Okay, so for example, the average Joe, they can make big moves, they can, it's a fact. Okay, that's one of the reasons we knew that pump group was a lie. Okay, but so here it is. And now XRP is developing another one. XRP will go up 9 in 10 chances. So yep, it's looking great, it's looking fantastic. I am in the Champions Club folks are in as well. And yeah, so let's see how this is going to play out. I believe there will be some moderate moves, slow and steady, instead of another big spike. And the last thing, so this is happening right now on XRP. You guys remember the Cry Wolf story, right? So most people are hurt, especially those emotional guys on Twitter. Oh, I sold my XRP because I can't do this anymore. The pain, it hurts me. Oh, other things are going up. You guys know what is going on, right? So the thing that is happening is this: every time XRP have a big bull break or a big move, people are so hurt, so depressed to use it to Spain that they already expect a big pain, a big punch right after a bull move. So, oh, it goes up. Oh, no, it will go down again. That's exactly what is happening right now. So people are expecting those kind of moves. are playing a wild card, which is selling the XRP and trying to buy more XRP. So most of those people will end up outside. So they will catch from, you know, and off guard. I believe this is the word. Okay, so it is going to be fast. It is going to be savage. A lot of people will be left behind, especially that one saying, "Oh, you know, I will waiting for this whole thing about the lawsuit to be settled, and then I will jump in." No, you're not going to have time, because once this thing is settled, it is going to explode, and it will take a bit of time for the exchanges to open the trade, and etc, etc, etc. So most people will be left behind. That's the idea. So we have the limitation to buy, and we have the cry wolf. Okay, so have this in mind. Do your job, do your research, do whatever you have to do, learn, improve, okay? Seek to understand what is going on, because the truth is in the charts, not on news, not on crazy people with broken TA, etc, etc, okay? Like Charles Down said, everything is accounted in the charts. Okay? So folks, long video, sorry, I believe this is it for now. Okay, again, XRP 9 in 10, looking great, looking fantastic. I didn't need it more XRP, but I couldn't resist. I had to buy more. But okay, so yeah, folks, I believe this video can help you, and I hope you can make the best out of this. And yeah, so stay safe, stay well. Thanks for your time, thanks for your patience, thanks for your support as well. And guys, if you don't hit and smash the like button, my channel, my videos will never have a high significance on YouTube, which is probably the reason why we still have a low amount of subscribers. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys can understand and help me. And yeah, so let's keep going with more faith. And so I am probably tomorrow, finally tomorrow, I will make a video about the Champions Club, how you guys can join, what you guys are going to learn, how it works, what we do there, etc and etc. Okay, so again, thank you, stay safe, stay well, and the most important thing ever, never forget to aid people who need your help. Okay, never. This comes first. Before talking about profits, moon, Lambos, etc, in house, look for those people who are in need, because they need it more than we need. Okay, and yeah, so thank you and see ya.